So why are we getting charged for a Klaviyo? In the, I don't have a mic on. Oh. Huh? This is. I can talk to you there. Yeah. Ready? All right. I'm probably just going to turn this one nice and evenly because I went this way. Hey, everybody. Dale Ross here, coming to you guys live from downtown Denver, Colorado. Last week we did this, guys, and it was a great success. It was our first time. We're looking forward to doing another segment for you guys today. So today, instead of focusing on all of the Huh? Excuse me, my mic is not working properly here. So instead of focusing on all the scooters today, we're going to dial down on one specific scooter. The RS5 is what we're going to do today. But before we get into that, we're doing this mainly, guys, to make you guys aware of who we are, kind of promote our brand and tell you more specific things about the scooters and answer questions and live, real time as we go along. With that said, RoadRunner Scooters is located in downtown Denver, Colorado. We do have a showroom, a 5,000 square foot facility here. The showroom, we have, we can do live demos as well. We have parts department, service department. There's one of about 5 of these in the country that has the full, all 3 components. And with that said, we are currently promoting, obviously for the holidays, our scooters, and we want to tell you about the specials we have going. So right now, and these scooters have never been this cheap, okay, ever. These are below the Black Friday prices. So hopefully this gets your attention. The RS5 comes in 2 different models. It's the RS5 Pro and the RS5 Max. The only difference in those scooters is the battery, okay? The RS5 Pro is priced at $16.99, guys. It's typically $22.99. It's $600 off. It will never be this cheap again, I promise. So if you're interested in a RoadRunner scooter, now is the time to take heat on this. So the second RS5 Pro, or I'm sorry, RS5 that we have is the RS5 Max. That scooter is currently priced at $19.49, and the regular price on that scooter is $26.99. So do the math on that. Fantastic deal, and one hell of a scooter. So again, focusing on those, I'm going to go ahead and tell you the deals that we have on the other 2 models that we have, and then we'll get into the RS5 specifically and dial down kind of on the scooter itself. The other deals that we have currently going are the RS6, which is our newest scooter. It's a 60 mile an hour, 60 volt scooter. It's really, really fantastic. And this the price on this one is typically $36.99 is the retail price on it. It's on sale for $26.99. So it's $1,000 off. So that's $1,000 off. Again, this scooter, it's a brand new release, so take advantage of it while you can. And the last one on the list is going to be the RX7, which is our big boy. This is a very highly decorated scooter with all kinds. I mean, you couldn't even add another component to it if you wanted to. It comes with Magura 4-piston brakes. It comes with a removable 72 volt, 40 amp hour battery, huge battery. It's got the electroluminescent lighting, fantastic scooter. So that one, typically $44.99 is the retail price. It's on sale for $35.99. So, $1,000 off on the big ones for the most part, $900, $1,000. And then the RS5s, again, smoking prices at $16.99 and $19.49. Okay. So with that said, let's go into the scooter itself. First of all, I want to say that all RoadRunner scooters, okay, come with some specific items, okay? We do design these in-house. Regardless of what people like to tell you and like to post online, we absolutely design these in Denver, Colorado, and we will put the drawings together, we get all the components and everything put on the scooter, take the CADs, and then we have a private factory in Shanghai, China, and we'll go to Shanghai and we'll spend a few weeks there, and we will do the first round of manufacturing and the first new scooters to make sure everything goes as planned, and change anything we need to change on the fly. So it's nice about having a private factory, and then we actually manufacture the scooter. So that's how the process works. And with our scooters, again, some key items that will come standard in all RoadRunner scooters. First, they're going to be an IP67 rated scooter, guys. This is unheard of because every one of our scooters is IP67 rated. You can do the homework on that, but if you do a search on it, you'll find that with the definition for that is 30 minutes of immersion in water. So I don't suggest you do that test, but you could, I guess, if you wanted to. We've done it, and it does work. But anyway, so that is a very, very key factor that not any other scooter distributor, because there's really no other manufacturers in the country other than us, any other distributor can tell you about their scooters that they're selling for other brands. So the IP67 rating, removable battery, okay? We use removable batteries on all of our scooters, and we use branded batteries on all of our scooters, LG, Samsung, on all of our scooters, and that is a very key difference as well. But what does that do for you? Removable battery. So 3 things that off the top of my head I can tell you that most people use this for. Okay, so first of all, you can now, because about 95% of the scooters, you can't separate the scooter and the battery. Okay, now you can actually literally separate the two, leave the scooter locked up or cold garage, whatever. That's the time you really have to protect the battery is during cold weather. So you can take that battery inside. and charge it inside. So that's one. Secondly, a lot of people, they'll go to school, work, whatever. They'll pull up, they'll lock the scooter, and they'll remove the battery and take it inside their office or to school or whatever. And remember, the battery is the most expensive thing that you will ever replace on an electric scooter. So it's kind of nice to be able to take that with you as you go. Nice security. And the third one I can tell you is we have a lot of riders who do long distances. Okay, people like to ride, and so with that said, a lot of times they'll put a second battery in their backpack, and then they'll go as long as the first battery runs out. Pull over in about 30 seconds. They'll swap them out in their back and they ride again. They have a full battery, so that's another option. That's the battery itself. So you guys understand, 17 pounds. So the scooter, the RS5, for instance, it weighs 88 pounds. You take the battery out, and it reduces 17 pounds. So you're down to, I'm not a good math guy, but do the math on that. I think it's like 61 pounds. That's 71 pounds. 71. So 71 pounds. So if you ever need to move the scooter around, you can absolutely do that as well. So keep that in mind. So one other thing that you also get on all of our scooters is you'll get tubeless tires. Okay. As a distributor for a couple of years when we first started this, one of our biggest problems of everything that could go wrong, our biggest problem was flat tires. Okay. We would put notices on the scooters, a couple of different places, the boxes, everywhere. Send them email alerts, flat tires was the issue. Okay. So when we started designing our own scooters, we wanted all of our scooters to be a tubeless tire. And when we did this, this is kind of interesting, but when we did this, our flat tire rate went down about 95% overnight. So it's that big of a deal. The scooters ride better with the tubeless tire anyway. So keep that in mind. So those are some key points that all RoadRunner scooters will always have are those items. Okay. So now let's kind of get into the scooters themselves. We're going to talk about first of all the build quality. The build quality of these scooters. And guys, keep in mind we design all scooters with the customer in mind. We take all your feedback and negative, positive, and we kind of boil it into a final design, and that's how we do it. So we listen to what you guys are doing, and telling us what we need to be doing, and we get it, we understand it. But it's important to understand also that as a distributor for a couple of years, we tried to make changes. It wasn't happening, so that's why we decided to start doing our own thing. And so now we can give you guys what you really want, and that's the whole goal. Okay, so build quality is pretty significant on these scooters. This is the RS5, like I said. This scooter, it's an 88-pound scooter. It's made, aerospace grade aluminum. That's important. It's a lighter aluminum, not a light scooter, and I don't apologize for that. It's a 50-mile-an-hour scooter. We don't want it to be, light. I mean, you want something that's substance underneath you traveling that kind of speed. And so with that said, also like the stem, for instance, the stems on these scooters, you don't get movement on the stems. A lot of these scooters, there'll be a very thin stem. The folding mechanism will not be real solid on it. It's just a lot of things go into it, but it's extremely important as a rider, that you're not getting any kind of movement in the stem. And that's one thing that we really dial down on to make sure that does not happen. So, so on the scooter also, there's two mechanisms for the stem itself. So, if the initial safety lever, the folding mechanism, if it fails, there's always a second backup. So we added a second backup, safety pin for, kind of emergency situations for safety. Again, all we think about is what you guys tell us and also safety. How safe is this vehicle going to be? So, that is two of the most important things when we're doing this. So, going into the scooter, okay, let's go with, I'll do this one first. So, the RS5 comes in two different colors. Tyson, I need you to come and do this, please. So the RS5 comes in two colors. It comes in the gray, and it comes in the blue. So RoadRunner blue, which is my favorite color, but it's kind of a royal blue. And no, thank you. Always good. The blue one, okay, so gray, silver, whatever you want to call it, and blue. Cool thing about these, the paint jobs on these, another thing I'll add to the mix, it's a little different. Puts our personal touch on it. So we actually, it's a metallic paint, okay? So we run it through the paint there, and then once we get it painted, we will anodize it. Okay, so when that happens, it kind of makes it more of a kind of a matted look. You know, so it's when it gets in the sunshine, it looks magnificent. It's kind of a metallic look with a kind of the matted look. It's a nice combination. Two colors, blue and gray in the RS5. Now, on the RS5, Tyson, come over. So on the RS5, we're going to go through this in detail, guys. We've never done this before, so we want to how many scooters do not have a regular just key ignition. This is meant for security purposes, right? So you've got a key ignition, turn that bad boy on, and then hold the power button down, and see this display? This display, guys, okay, this is a problem with many scooters, and I'm sure you guys can probably understand where I'm coming from here. You can't see the display with direct sunshine. Okay, that's a problem. This scooter has got it's amazingly bright display, and you can see it very well in the sunshine. So that's one. And then going over from there, you come over and you've got the power source here. So this component right here. We want it to be one-handed. You can do all your power and your buttons on one module. So you don't have buttons running all the way across the steering. You've got this one button right here. It controls the power, the dual signal. Scooter does have turn signals both on the side and the rear. Okay, so you've got turn signals here, and then you got horn and you got your headlight. Okay, so that is this. Now, one thing that most people right here, most people probably you can't really appreciate unless you've had scooters before, but things like this. This is another personal touch. These are RoadRunner, branded, yes, hand grips. But guys, these hand grips, you see, they're screwed in. If you come to a quick stop, you're not going to turn these. These don't twist. Okay, that's a big deal. I mean, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but when you're riding, trust me, it's a big deal. So things like that. Okay. And then so next is going to be the side module. So guys, this is always a topic of discussion, and some people, they have their personal preferences. We understand that. But this throttle, it's a thumb throttle, sideways thumb throttle. Ergonomically speaking, this is by far the safest throttle on the market. Okay, it feels good, it's easy to use, and this is just a very smooth throttle. So we always go with this throttle style for all of our scooters for that reason. Okay, so this guys, we don't have a ton of accessories right now. That will change very soon, but we don't have a lot of accessories that we do have. We really go through them when we send them out for people to test and such. It's a simple, it's basically a phone holder. Okay, it's a $29 phone holder. I'm telling you this because it's a cool phone holder. It's metal, it's low profile, and it works awesome. It holds your phone nice and tight. Something I highly recommend if you purchase one of our scooters to add this in there. Again, $29, I think is the price of it. It's extremely cheap. So go for that. Front side of this is key. Guys, these are N-U-T-T, Nut branded, okay, hydraulic disc brakes. This is one of the premier brands of hydraulic brakes on the market and one of the most popular in this industry. We put Nut or Magura brakes on all of RoadRunner scooters, okay? So these are just, they're great brakes. They are very precise, and they have very quick stop time on them. So that is the brakes that we go with. I'll let kind of Tyson's showing you guys some of the features here. So, going back to this, we talked about the stem, guys. The stem it's so key, on the scooter. Not only is it the stem itself key, but the folding mechanism. This is extreme. This is one of the heart. This is the heart kind of the scooter. It's one of the most important pieces, safety-wise, on the scooter. And so this is our third rendition of the scooter. So we've had three strikes at it. We've got it kind of dialed in perfectly where we want it. And so when we made the last change, we actually, when you unfold this and fold it, okay, and I'll do that for you guys. So you basically just want to twist the folding knob like this. See how nice and smooth it comes out? But you see this right here? This piece right here, you want it to be as long as possible and as thick as possible. You want it to go inside the stem as far as it can go so that it holds it nice and stable. So we made this long, a little bit wider and a little bit deeper into the stem. So again, you see it's down now, but the safety feature, it won't go down because this second pin, the second safety device back here, will not allow the stem to fold down. So you pull this, and then it goes down like this. And so when you fold the scooter, all right, all you're going to do is take the hook at the back, and you're going to make sure it goes down in the hole like this. And all you got to do is just reach back there and push the button. You'll hear a tap. Then you can grab the scooter and you can pick it up or whatever. Again, not a light scooter, okay? But there's a reason for that, and 50 miles an hour scooter, this is the fastest 52-volt scooter on the market, bar none, okay? There's nobody can even argue at that point. And so with that said, you want to make sure that you have some substance underneath you, okay, when you're riding the scooter, obviously. So this is folded, unfold it, you just unclick the back like such. Never fails when you go live. There you go. Okay. So, so you just go back up. Again, the safety pin's there. Hold all the way. You'll hear click, and then you just roll this back in like such, and you're in. You want to make sure this is nice and tight, guys. Okay. This holds the security of the stem. So there's the way you fold the scooter. Staying down here, I'm gonna pull the key out here. Actually, let's do this. I'm going to show you the lights, okay? The lights on the scooter, we didn't want to have a bunch of LEDs and, flash. We want to keep it, pretty simple, but we also wanted you guys to be, obviously, very well lit when you're riding at night. This scooter has got side lights and it's got front lights. So it's got the two, I call them the eagle eye lights in the front. I'll turn them on now. So turn this back on. And then you got the side lights, which are here, all right? It's got our brand, and it's got the two red lights here. And then when you do the turn signal, see these also turn, and then the rear, you've got the running lights, which stay red, okay? And then you have the brake light. So when you pull the brake, this is kind of nice, you actually get a blink, so people know you're actually stopping, right? And then these running lights stay on at all times. Again, very well lit at night. We're in, bright light right now. But you're not going to miss the scooter at night for sure, okay? Now, the next thing, I'm going to take you inside the deck lid, okay? Now, this will show you one of the features again. I'd say 95% of scooters out there, they have 10 screws all around the edge, right, that you have to zing, 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 10 of them before you can actually get inside the scooter if you have any issues, mechanically speaking. We added a hinged door with a key lock. So not only can you, easily, it makes it easily accessible, but now you can actually secure the battery with a lock. All right, so it comes with 4 keys. You get 2 keys for the lock, 2 keys for the actual ignition. And so you just pull the day. Now, see, guys, I want you all to see this because this is important. You see how clean this is? There's not a bunch, I can't tell you how many scooters I've opened up, and you guys know, just a rat's nest, okay? This is what you get with all of our scooters, okay? This is the battery, obviously, and all the components are up here. This is how simple it is to remove one of our batteries. You just pop this up, and you're out. That's it. That's, you're literally, you're out. So another key thing is right here. You see, all of our scooters are stamped with serial numbers. You would be amazed at how many scooters out there don't have serial numbers on them. All of our scooters have serial numbers, okay? To put the battery back in when you get it charged. And by the way, the batteries, as you can see, so you can charge it out of the scooter or in the scooter. It's got 1, 2. So it's got 2 charging ports, okay? The exact same charger that you would use when this is in the scooter as you would use when it's out. But so that's a key point to point out as well, is the fact that it's got 2 charging ports. It comes with 1 charger, okay? It's a 2 amp charger. It'll charge a scooter in about 9 hours. You can add a second charger on the second charging port here. You can add that for, I think, $79 or whatever, and you can charge the scooter in half that time. You can also do this. You can also add a fast charger, which is a 5 amp charger. We also offer that. I'm not in a hurry. Oh, so why don't we show them the battery first? So we offer the 5 amp charger as well. You can add one 5 amp with one 2 amp, the one that comes with it, and that will charge it in 2.5 to 3 hours. And I think those chargers are on sale for $99 through the end of the month. Okay, to add the battery back in. Okay, put it back in. It's already in like that, and then you just put it back in the connection. You're in. That's it, guys. It's that quick. Very smooth, very simple, and again, very secure. That's the most important thing. So now I'm going to go to see if there's any questions.
Yeah, actually, just talk about the cell again. Bring another screen to show the difference between the inside and the scooter.
Okay. So, oh, by the way, the colors. So that's the gray one, guys. We were just showing you the gray one just then. We're showing this real quick. So this is the blue. Okay, so the RoadRunner blue, the Road Blue I was telling you about. Fantastic color. They're both great colors, but I mean, this one I'm kind of partial to because it's our color. So that's the second one. So again, I'm going to tell you guys, if you guys just joined us, thanks for coming on. We're coming to you live from downtown Denver, Colorado, where our headquarters is. We've got a 5,000 square foot facility here. We've got a showroom where you can actually demo the scooters at any time. We prefer that you make reservations online and reserve a space, but you can come in anytime. Normal working hours, 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, noon until 5 on Saturday. But let me tell you about some of the specials we have going that we want to tell you guys about. Excited to announce that the RS5 Pro and Max, that's the 2 models it comes in. The Pro is currently, and you guys, I told you this already, but if you just came on board, this is as cheap as you will ever find a RoadRunner scooter. And now, until the sale ends in the month, we're selling the RS5 Pro, which is normally $22.99. It's on sale for $16.99, guys. $16.99, and then the RS5 Max, which is usually $26.99 retail, and it's on sale for $19.49. Okay, this is below Black Friday prices. The RS6, which is our newest release, exciting scooter. That scooter is typically $36.99 retail. It's on sale now for $25.99. $25.99. It's $1,100 off. It's not going to get that low again. And the last one is a big boy, the RX7, and the RX7 is typically $44.99. It's on sale for $35.99. $35.99. So it's $900 off. So you guys, if you're in the market for a RoadRunner scooter, now is the time to take a serious look at it. Okay. Now what else?
I'm going to show them how long it takes to open.
Oh yeah. So going back to what we were just doing a second ago, to open a deck lid of a scooter, okay? They can't see you. No, they can't. So to open a deck lid of a scooter, Tyson, we should start a timer actually. But this is how long it takes to get inside a deck. Have the hinge door, the removable battery, guys. It goes a long way when you start doing any kind of maintenance to these scooters. So as I'm talking, he's going to unscrew. I would hope to God that anybody would have a power screwdriver at the minimum. But if you're doing it manually with the tool that you get, with the scooter, this is how long it will take you. The clock started a while ago. So anyway, so questions. Do we have any questions on? Okay. So again, guys, we are currently having our big Christmas sale. We will be running this through probably the end of Christmas for sure. I'm not sure if it'll extend beyond that, but the deals are what they are, and they're fantastic. Now is the time to purchase if you're looking to purchase a RoadRunner scooter. Let's see, what else can we talk about today? So again, last week, guys, we did this last week and had it was a fantastic, we had 120 people watching or whatever, and had some good sales out of it too. So hopefully you guys are getting something out of this. Okay, so we run into this a lot, guys, and we're trying to educate everybody because we're in the scooter business, so we see the things that you're probably not going to see every day. But we can tell you this year, especially 2025, I have never taken so many calls and talked to so many customers, okay, about them getting basically screwed. Okay, they were buying online on Amazon, eBay, whatever, thinking they're saving $200 or $300, whatever, $400, getting a good deal. Okay, I understand that. Everyone wants a good deal. But what happens is a lot of times these companies that they're buying from, and by the way, the majority of these companies selling these scooters, they're Chinese companies, and they're all of our Chinese scooters, and we're the only ones that are selling American scooters. I mean, as American as you're going to get. We do have our manufacturing in Shanghai, but we design them here. But in the point, this is the most important thing, okay, is, and I tell everybody this, you can get a scooter a lot of places, but it's the most important thing in the purchase, and that's, figuring out what's going to happen after the purchase, okay? Because that's what these people I've talked to this year, and he just got the lid off, okay? That's how long that takes to get that lid off, guys, the deck lid. I mean, it's night and day. But back to the customers, I mean, and there's been so many of them, and most of them, they don't have a resource or a way to hold anybody accountable, for the scooter themselves and do any maintenance. So basically, shops closed. There's crickets when they go to get service. You guys see, this is what. So there's that, which took so long. Here's this right here. There's that one right there. Hold on a second. And then.
You can't take the battery out.
Yeah, I mean, so, and this is the way a lot of these scooters are going to look. And this basically. This is a scooter that we used to carry, the D4. You guys know, we stopped carrying the D4, but so you can get the battery out, but you have to disconnect this. I'm sorry, the lines of the battery are right here. This, and then you can pull it out. But it's just it's a bit of a process in order to do it. This one, you basically open the deck lid, and you pop this, and you're out, guys. That's it. That's it. And putting it back in the same way. So this is a huge deal, guys, a huge deal. All right. It is a game changer for a lot of people. And so with that said, that was Diego, right? Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
All right. So, that's number one, is the fact that we're here to back up the product. Number two, we offer a fantastic product, and we're going to back it up, guys. If anything goes down, you can get on any form you want to out there. If it talks about RoadRunner service, it's going to be good comments. We are known for our customer service. We're known for backing up, our scooters under warranty. We have a fantastic, post-purchase after the warranty, after the new scooter warranty ends. We have an extended warranty program, good for 1 or 2 years. It's in-house. We don't send it to a third party. And then also, this is kind of exciting. People think I'm crazy for offering this, but we actually have an accident protection program. We just introduced this about 2 weeks ago. It's selling well. And guys, this is not just so we're going to offer accident protection and then deny a claim. If your scooter is involved in an accident, including, if you're in a wreck, if the scooter, if you leave it, on the kickstand and somebody bumps or whatever, it falls and you crack something, whatever. Like, an accident is an accident. Okay, you buy accident protection from RoadRunner, we're going to back up whatever that accident is, including wrecks. So keep that in mind. It's a fantastic deal. Check that out. And then the thing that RoadRunner is also known for, is we get the scooters to the destination in a very quick manner. We have our fulfillment center, which is located in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we ship all of our scooters out of Vegas, and everything else ships out of headquarters here in Denver. So there's a lot of things to be said for that, guys. We're just trying to let people know that we're not just saying that we design scooters in-house. We're not just saying that we're an American company. We're getting up here and telling you guys what we do, who we are, and what we're about. There's a tremendous amount of customers out there that have gotten sideswiped by this, thinking they're going to save some money, and they don't go with a good brand, and that's what happens a lot of times is, in the long run, you don't win. We just want to educate you guys on the fact that this is really the way to purchase a scooter. From start to end, you're taken care of. And so I think that if you do shopping around, check out YouTube and the different social media networks, you'll see that we have a really good brand. And if you don't know much about RoadRunner, you're looking for an electric scooter, we would very much welcome you to the RoadRunner family. So that's going to be it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys got something out of this. And next time, which we'll do this next week again, we'll do another, probably the RS6, the new scooter, and we'll answer more questions and answers next time, okay? Thank you guys very much for joining.